Hey everybody, GravyTrain here with another episode of GravyTraining. So this episode, since I conveniently now have some nice out of juice bots, I am going to show you how to do winders, or chargers, or however you want to look at this. So you notice I've got these billboards set up as work areas, and the reason that I have these set up as work areas is this gives targets upon which I can base all of my effort, so I know where my bots are going to be, and I can tell my chargers where I want to where I want them to monitor. And you generally want to have two chargers so they can automatically charge themselves, or winders so they can automatically wind each other. And so you can see here, if we kind of zoom out a little bit, this covers this work area here. This sign covers this work area here. And you'll notice that it goes up to the corner of this sign, and this one goes almost to the corner of this sign. And then there's actually crossover here too. So we're going to bear this in mind. So if you can picture, you have a little rectangle there that's between that line of signs, and that's between the two signs and the line that they form. And that is where all of the overlap between those three zones are. So we can bear that in mind, and that's key, because I'm going to end up having my winders wait in an area that's in between here. So let's go ahead and get started. So I am going, so I'm going to do the same thing for both of these. And just to make it simpler, I'm going to give myself a disk so that I can just copy the stuff. Now, normally you don't have to actually use a disk, but it's easy enough to do, and then I can show you how to do the disk too. So, winder, I should have... This is unused, so I can collapse this one. Let's create a group for winders. I usually, personally, I like to make these orange. You can make it whatever color you want. So I'm going to edit this guy. He's already called winder. And I'm going to put him into the winders. Now all you're going to do is click on him. Click here. Wind this guy, find nearest spot discharged in, select structure. I am going to do work area 2, so he'll find all of them in here. Hit OK. Now, next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to put a loop around here, and I'm going to do this forever, but I'm going to allow it to fail. So if it fails, it exits. Next, because I want to be able to hit a second work area, is I'm going to go target this spot. Charge him up. I'm going to hit a loop. Now I don't want these nested. And that's what that's called when one loop is inside of the other. And I wish there was a way to just copy a command. There's currently not, to my knowledge, but now I'm going to select structure, and I'm going to select this structure. Now, for right now, without using any sort of better bots or anything like that, I can easily do two areas without having to worry. So I can, with all of this, I'll be covering this whole area and everything in it with this overlap. I can hit OK. Now the final step, and you always want to bear in mind, you look at the amount of course you can't see it. It says there's 4K kilobytes free. You're going to want to watch that 4K free. So you know there's a little bit left. So now I'm just going to say, click here and move to. This area is within this overlap zone. It's also within this sign as well. So I'm going to move there. And then add one final loop. And this final loop is just going to loop forever. So walking through the logic here. Repeating forever. It's going to then try to repeat forever, finding the nearest bot in this zone, move there, recharge them, but if there is no bot that needs to be charged, then that will fail. He'll come here, try to do the same thing in this group. If there's none in here, it'll fail, and he'll move to this area. Why do I move him to that area? So I want him to be, I want them to come back to a point that they can see. So these winders will eventually run out of power themselves. So I want to make sure that whichever of these two zones they are in, the bot that's waiting and not active at that moment will be overlapping in a zone that can get them. So they'll be working in these areas, and that one bot will be there stopped, one bot will be there dead. That bot can go undo him. There might be rare occasions where both of them run out, but it should be pretty infrequent. So that's why I have them move to this spot and wait for anything to happen. So now I can just hit stop to stop recording. Now I have two bots that I want to have doing this. So I'm just going to, holding the shift key, run over, shift left, oh, no, not shift, control left click. And you can see it had the little markings that it was writing stuff on. Now I'm going to hold control and hit right click. And you can see that I'm writing to this bot. I'm going to make him winder as well. Save it. And now I've got my winders. So as soon as matter of fact, I can also then just tell them all to start. And then one of them should run down and get this guy. This guy isn't able to get anybody, so he's going to go wait in the spot. And you can see him running down there, helping this guy finish. There's nobody else to wind, but he's going to go wait in that spot as well. And that's a good way to use these disks to copy programming. And now when you look at it, you can see crude data storage winder. I probably want to take this and put this somewhere, like if I had a crate or just someplace on the ground that I want to put these. Maybe I'll just put these all. So now I can see this is the winder. If I ever need to copy this programming, I can. You can always overwrite these, but that's it. So that's an easy way to make your winders cover a much bigger area and to make sure that they're always going to be ready to help themselves or help their partner out. I hope this was helpful. Next up, I will start showing more about the making of chopping timber and all of that kind of stuff. So thanks for watching. If you liked it, hit a thumbs up if it was helpful. Subscribe. Find the Discord chat down below. Find our Steam group. Yeah, thanks for joining the community and being a part of it, and we'll talk to you soon. Take care. Peace.